about doing a deep penetrating treatment under a hooded dryer or a steam treatment? Do you know the difference and do you know which one is best for your hair? Well, stick around. I'm going to help you to decide. Hey guys, Karen with Curl House. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, a certified trichologist, and the owner of the Curl House product line and the Curl House Academy, Let's Get Growing program. And today we are going to talk about treatments for your hair. Should you do a deep treatment or should you do a steam treatment? I get this question all the time, so I'm going to set the record straight in this video. So let's first talk about a deep treatment. What is a deep treatment? A deep treatment in general is taking a conditioner, putting it in your hair after you shampoo your hair, and sitting under a hooded dryer with a plastic cap to condition your hair. Now, with traditional deep treatments under a hooded dryer, that hooded dryer is dry heat. Keyword dryer. It is dry heat going directly to your hair. That is why you need a plastic cap. Now, when you do a deep treatment, even with dryer heat, what you're doing, when you put that heat to your hair under a plastic cap, it really helps to open up the outer layer of hair, which is the cuticle layer. And when that outer layer, the cuticle layer is lifted, then whatever treatment that you have in your hair or conditioner, that is going to allow for better penetration of the conditioner. That is a deep treatment using a hooded dryer. Now, what about a steam treatment? Now, a steam treatment, the biggest difference is that steam or moist heat goes directly to your hair. That is the biggest difference between the two. One is dry heat from a hooded dryer and one is moist heat. So a steam treatment, again, is that moist heat going directly to your hair. And that moist heat will definitely help to open the cuticle layer. So whatever product you put in your hair will be able to be absorbed by the hair. And that is going to provide maximum hydration and moisturization to your hair. Now that you know the difference between the two, which one is best for you? A deep treatment or a moisturizing treatment? Well, let me tell you a secret. In terms of treatment, porosity matters. You need to know your porosity in order to determine which one is best for your hair. So let me explain to you what porosity is in 1 minute. So porosity is simply your hair's ability to absorb and retain moisture. So your hair strand is made of layers. The outer layer is the cuticle layer. It's very similar to these blinds. With low porosity hair, that cuticle layer lies flat, very similar to this. And if you have low porosity hair, when you moisturize your hair like that, as you can see, it's hard for water to enter the hair strand, but it's also hard for it to be released. Now with high porosity hair, it's the exact opposite. High porosity hair, the hair layer is open. So when you moisturize your hair, that moisture enters the hair strand quickly, but it leaves just as quickly. So determine what type of porosity level your hair is, and that is also going to help you to determine how often you need to moisturize your hair. Okay, I know that was a really quick explanation of porosity. I was super proud of myself because I was able to wrap it up in 1 minute. And y'all know I like to talk a lot, so that was an accomplishment. But if you need a better understanding of porosity, or if you want to determine your porosity, I'll make sure I pop a video up above. But I'm going to first start out and talk to people with low porosity to help you to determine what's going to be best for your hair. But stick around. I'm not going to forget my high porosity people. I got you too. So let's first start with low porosity. Do you think steaming is best for your hair or a deep conditioning treatment under the hooded dryer? All right, you got it. Steaming. Yes, steaming is going to be awesome for people with low porosity hair, because keep in mind, your hair is the hardest hair type to actually uptake moisture, because remember, your cuticle layer lies flat. So it is really difficult for your hair to actually uptake moisture. Low porosity people, you may find that it takes you 5 minutes just to get your hair wet, or when you wet your hair, you may have some beads on top of your hair, because that's just an indication that it's hard for your hair to uptake moisture. So if you are doing a steam treatment, then a steam treatment is going to infuse moisture directly into your hair. Remember, a steam treatment is moist heat. So that moist heat is going directly to your hair, the heat and the moisture, opening up that cuticle layer so that conditioner or oil or whatever conditioning mask that you put in your hair, it is being infused directly into your hair. And secondly, a steam treatment for low porosity hair increases its elasticity. So elasticity is pretty much how much your hair will stretch before it breaks. When you steam your hair, it improves that elasticity of your hair. And therefore, when the elasticity or your hair's ability to stretch without breaking, once that is improved, it is going to help you with actually styling your hair. So you'll be able to manipulate your hair and do all your fancy hairstyles, and you don't have to worry about your hair breaking off. And if your hair is not breaking off, then you are able to keep the hair that you grow. So steaming improves elasticity for people with low porosity hair as well. Steaming is also great for the scalp, but before I talk about the benefits of the scalp, I need to talk about steaming for high porosity hair. Now, my people with high porosity hair, like me, or medium porosity hair, do you think you should do a steam treatment as a deep treatment, or should you actually sit under a hooded dryer with a plastic cap? Which one do you think is best for you? Okay, you got it. Doing a deep treatment sitting under a hooded dryer with a plastic cap. Let me tell you why. Now, with high porosity hair or even medium porosity hair, we don't have any problems with our hair uptaking moisture. High porosity hair, it uptakes moisture really quickly, but it releases it just as quickly. So we don't necessarily need that onslaught of direct moisture or moist heat going directly to our hair because we don't have any issues with moisture uptake. However, we still can benefit from a deep conditioning treatment under a hooded dryer with a plastic cap. Because when you do that, when you sit under a hooded dryer with a plastic cap, your conditioner is still going to penetrate your hair. Your hair is going to feel softer, and it's going to make it so much easier to manipulate and particularly to detangle. So I encourage you to incorporate deep conditioning treatments if you have high porosity hair. Now, wait a minute. That doesn't mean if you have high porosity hair that you can't steam. You can still steam. However, I recommend that you do it before you shampoo. Now, I already said that our hair has no problem uptaking moisture, but it has no problem uptaking everything else too. Moisture, oils, creams, dirt, debris, pollutants, whatever is out in the air. Our hair is going to uptake everything with high porosity hair. So if you steam before you shampoo, that steam is going to open up that cuticle even more to release some of that grime that's in your hair. So if you are high porosity hair, you can certainly incorporate steam treatments into your pre-shampoo treatment. This also applies to low porosity hair as well. If you want to incorporate a steam treatment before you shampoo, like if you've had just a lot of stuff, you've been putting a lot of product in your hair and you want to kind of get as much of that product off your hair as possible, you can steam treatment before you shampoo as well. And steaming is excellent for the scalp. So if you are steaming before you shampoo or if you are steaming after you shampoo, depending on your porosity, it is going to help increase blood flow to the scalp, and that encourages growth. In addition to that, that steaming also helps to break up dry flakes on the scalp. If you are someone who has dandruff on the scalp or has a flaky scalp, steaming actually helps to break up those flakes so that your hair can grow properly. So steaming is also excellent for scalp health. Now, in terms of steaming and sitting on the hooded dryer, I get the question, well, how often do I do it? In general, I recommend that you steam or sit under the hooded dryer about once a week or every 2 weeks. I suggest you get in the habit of doing it regularly, like with each wash day. So if you're washing once a week, you can steam or do a deep treatment once a week. Or if you do it once a month, that's fine. But I just recommend that you do it regularly. It doesn't have to be every day or every other day. Yes, you can overdo it. Do not overdo it, particularly with the steam treatment. I know when you do that steam treatment, your hair is going to feel fabulous and you're going to want to do it all the time. But too much moisture infused in your hair is not a good thing. You can actually start to experience what's called high growth fatigue, which is essentially moisture overload. So please don't get in the habit of doing it every day or every 2 days. Do it at least once a week or every other week. You can do it regularly, but not more than once a week. That was a long explanation on how often to do it. So let me just say that in a nutshell. Steam and deep treatment at minimum once a week, but you can do it every other week or even once a month. Get in the habit of doing it regularly, but don't overdo it. How was that? Was that better? All right. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope I helped you to understand the difference between steaming and deep treatments and helping you to identify what's going to be best for your hair. If you are someone who is looking for an amazing product line that is going to help you maintain the moisture in your hair and maintain the moisture in your scalp, I encourage you to consider the Curl House Follicle Stimulating Growth Drops for moisture in your scalp, as the growth drops are water-based, so they definitely help to hydrate the scalp. My entire Curl House product line is about to relaunch very soon, so if you are not on my email listserv, I encourage you to join it above so that you can get a notification when I do actually relaunch my product line. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, like the channel so that you do not miss a video in the future. And until we talk again, stay fabulous.